Good morning, beloveds. You can tell it's humid. My hair is huge. All right. It rained. It started raining at 3 o'clock yesterday and rained until we don't know when. Because it was just a nice, steady rain. At times it was kind of heavy, but never, tsunami heavy. It was just a nice rain. Now, the problem is it's starting to rain 3 hours before your store closes. Yeah, that was the last 3 hours were kind of quiet. But all right, but it was nice and cool this morning, so there's benefits. And my lawn really needed the water. Okay, so it is April 26th. Our title is On Finding Happiness. Our quote, or the first quote is, "For ye shall go out with joy and be led forth with peace." And that is Isaiah 55:12. And the Science of Mind quote is, "Happiness, a state of inner peace, a consciousness of goodness of God, and the beneficent attitude of the universe, a realization that joy can come to every person." And that is Science of Mind 957. That is possible. It's possible that that's from the dictionary, because in the back he defined some of his terms, and that's what that looks like. Okay, the search for happiness in itself is apt to prove futile and disillusioning, for happiness is not an object that can be found and grasped. It is a quality of heart, a byproduct of the life that is God-centered and fully expresses the divine qualities. Happiness is unnatural, and prolonged unhappiness indicates a neurotic, hidden need to cling to it. Loneliness is usually self-imposed. You cannot be happy or know the rewards of living if you separate yourself from the life stream of social cooperation. Love, joy, harmony are universal qualities, and they will become the fabric of your own life when you are continually centered in the good and associated with those who are expressing God. I know that happiness now permeates my life, as the sunshine permeates the atmosphere, for I am established in spirit. I know that my joy is not dependent on any special person, place, or thing, but results from my recognition and acceptance of the divine good, expressing through all life everywhere. I now accept joy in my relationships and harmony in my affairs and activities. I have a divine companionship with all people. I am grateful for the rich gifts of life, and I seek ways to share them with others. I am now and henceforth shall be receptive in thought and feeling to divine joy that it may express in my experience. So that's the CC, which is Craig Carter. Okay, really quickly, I'm going to take one issue with him. And it's not that happiness is unnatural. I agree with him. Happiness is unnatural. I'm going to take issue with the line in here where it says prolonged unhappiness indicates a neurotic hidden need to cling to it. Okay? No. Maybe. I'm also going to remind you that it could be a brain chemistry thing. Your hormones could literally be off. Your serotonin, your dopamine, your norepinephrine, your estrogen, your progesterone, and your testosterone. All of those could be off. So if you find yourself in a situation of prolonged unhappiness, please visit your medical doctor, have that conversation, and perhaps be medicated. Okay? And it may be a short-term thing or it may be a long-term thing. So it is extremely possible that prolonged unhappiness is a mental illness. And notice I said illness. It means it can be managed. It can be, and I do. I watch what I eat, and I make sure that I exercise, and I make sure that I sleep, and I do all of that. And I did take a prescription, okay, for a short period of time to reset my hormones, to reset my brain chemicals. So never hear that as it's all you, okay? But I agree with him that unhappiness is an unnatural state. Sometimes it is a chemically produced state. I just dropped the book, so hang on. Sometimes it's an unnatural chemistry, body chemistry that needs to be managed. Sometimes it is a state that can be looked at based on what you are doing, the people around you. If the people around you are miserable, well, they're contagious. Because, and so maybe you want to look at the people that are around you. Maybe you want to try different things if what you are doing is not fulfilling, because he said a God-centered life. Now, immediately the religious zealots in my life are going, oh, God-centered. That means that you're on your knees and you're praying and well, that's not happy either, is it? Now, if it is what makes you happy, then feel free, but it's not what makes everybody happy, because what makes me happy? Well, taking care of my cats, doing things with my partner, doing things with my friend. Community theater makes me super happy. The experiences, going to the park and giving peanuts to squirrels and blue jays and the occasional woodpecker. All of that are things that I do that feed my soul. Are they God-centered? Absolutely. Now, why are they God-centered? Because they align with the qualities of God. In caring for my cats, in caring for myself, in doing these kind of things that are expressing life. Community theater, again, that is expressing life. That is me supporting art and supporting people that I care about. Because when I go see community theater, I'm going to see actors that I know. So I'm supporting them in what makes them happy. And that makes me happy. And that is aligned with God qualities, because those God qualities, he said social cooperation. Now, he also made a point about being lonely. Now, here's the thing. You've got extroverts and you've got introverts. Okay? So extroverts need people. That's how they recharge. They go and they do with people. Now, introverts, on the other hand, like to recharge by themselves. Okay? So, time by yourself does not make you lonely. But if you are lonely in time by yourself, then what are your options? I was talking to a friend of mine, and she's joining a group to game, because she realized that nobody's going to find her in her house. She's got to go out and do and groups and organizations where they get together and do things that you enjoy. That's social cooperation, and that is God-centered. Okay? Because we live a God-centered life that has nothing to do with religion at all. Okay? Spirituality. It's about being in alignment with those qualities. It's about doing things that express life, that express God, because that's what we're here to do. And what makes you happy? If it is creative, it is not harming anyone. I'm going to put that caveat on there. If it's not harming anyone, it's not harming you. If it is, then that's what you want to. I also saw something about the things that you love. If you haven't been doing them for a while, pick them back up. Go read a good book, go watch a good movie, go have a rousing discussion with somebody. That's one of my things that my partner and I like to do. We have these rousing discussions about the books and the movies and, this, that, and the other thing. That's what makes me happy. Happiness is an inside job. And it starts with you, but it does lean on your environment. Are there things in your environment that are not making you happy? And what can you do about that? Oh, baby. Are there things in your, are there people around you? Because, when you're around miserable people, that's not going to make you happy. And what can you do to minimize your exposure to them? Because you can't get away from them altogether. You all right? You all right? One of the cats is coughing. That does not make me happy. Okay. So, sorry about that. There's no hairball, but he stopped now. Okay. So, happiness, inside job. All right. Let me go back through now that the cat has completely distracted me. The title is On Finding Happiness. And the quote from Isaiah, "For ye shall go out with joy and be led forth with peace." It's an inside job. It starts with you. It starts with you. And if you are prolonged unhappy, go talk to your doctor. I'm a big believer in therapy, just like I'm a big believer in treatment and prayer and meditation and all of that. You know, if all of the things aren't working, go talk to your doctor, please. Life is meant to be happy, and if you are not, take all of the steps you need to. So that's Isaiah 55:12. And then, like I said, I think this is a definition from the Science of Mind text, page 597. Now, that would have, when I quote the Science of Mind, this would have been the original, not the expanded text. So, just so you know. Happiness, a state of inner peace, a consciousness of the goodness of God, and the beneficent attitude of the universe, a realization that joy can come to every person. All right? So the search for happiness in and of itself is apt to prove futile and disillusioning, for happiness is not an object that can be found and grasped. Okay? You don't search for happiness, you make happiness. It's the truth. You make happiness. You can't find it. You make it. And how do you make it? Okay, stop it. By making sure one of your cats is not stepping on the other one. It is a quality of heart, a byproduct of the life that is God-centered and fully expresses the divine qualities. So that's it. You know, it fully expresses the divine qualities. It fully expresses creativity. You know, you are here to live life, to experience life, to express life in all of those God qualities of peace, of joy, of harmony, of happiness, of stop crowding your brother. Unhappiness is unnatural. And a prolonged unhappiness indicates a neurotic hidden need to cling to it. Now, you have heard my thoughts on that because sometimes it is unbalanced chemistry. So, if that's what's going on, please see your doctor. Take care of it. Okay? But sometimes people just get in the habit of being miserable. We all know those people. And there is nothing we can do for them until they're ready to do it themselves. Okay? So don't try and fix them. But do what you need to do to take care of yourself. When you are in a good place and you can spend time with them, please do. And when you are not in the place, then be honest with yourself. And maybe be honest with them. That's going to depend on your relationship with them. Loneliness is usually self-imposed. And he does say usually self-imposed. You cannot be happy or know the rewards of living if you separate yourself from the life stream of social cooperation. We are social beings. I have a degree in anthropology. We are social beings. We need other people. Do we need them in our space 24/7? No. And everybody gets to decide how much time we want to spend with other people. Notice I mentioned the introvert versus the extrovert. I'm an introvert. If you wonder why sometimes you don't see me for a while, I'm an introvert. I love people in small doses. Social cooperation. Love, joy, and harmony are universal qualities, and they become the fabric of your own life when you are continually centered in the good and associated with those who are expressing God. Okay? And I said expressing God. which means the God qualities. I don't mean talking about God. I don't mean talking about religion. I don't even mean talking about spirituality. I mean the people who are expressing the God qualities that we know. The love, peace, joy, creativity, harmony. All of those qualities. They don't ever have to say the word God or any of the thousands of words of God. They don't have to say any of that. They just have to be good people, living good lives, doing good things, doing healthy things, doing harmonious things, doing beautiful things. Living. Those are the people that we want to interact with. That is the life stream we want to put ourselves in. And we are going to meet the occasional grump. I mean, I'm an occasional grump. And when I am an occasional grump, then the people who love me know that maybe it's time to leave me be for a minute. You know, they'll check in and say, "How are you doing, Lisa?" But they'll let me be. Okay? So, you know, happiness. It's not found, it's made. All right. I know that happiness now permeates my life as the sunshine permeates the atmosphere. For I am established in spirit. I know who I am. Okay? A beloved child of God. I know that my joy is not dependent on any special person, place, or thing. Okay? It's not dependent on any of that. Is it enhanced by that? Absolutely. My happiness is definitely enhanced by my partner. It is enhanced by my cats. It is enhanced by my coworkers. It's enhanced by all that. It's not dependent on them. But results from my recognition and acceptance that the divine good expressing through all life everywhere. It is my recognition that everything is God, that everything is spirit, that everyone is a beloved child of God. I now accept joy in my relationships and harmony in my affairs and activities. If I could do that 100% of the time, I'd be happy all the time. But, I have the moments. So don't beat yourself up when you have the moments. I have a divine companionship with all people. I have a divine companionship with all people means that I recognize that all people are beloved children of God. Okay? And sometimes I have to look down at my anchor and go, wait, this person is having a bad day, but they are still a beloved child of God, so that I don't hold their behavior against them. Do I tolerate bad behavior? No. But I understand and move on. I am grateful for the rich gifts of life, and I seek ways to share them with others. That right there, that's a good way to find happiness. Being of service to life in that social cooperation is a great way. I'm grateful. I am now and henceforth shall be receptive in thought and feeling to divine joy that it may express in my experience. When we are conduits, when we are channels for love, for joy, for happiness, for peace. It goes a long way. All right, so that is Craig Carter on finding happiness. So, the mission today, should we choose to accept it? Oof. And I'm not going to go with happiness. The mission today, should you choose to accept it, is to put yourself in the life stream of social cooperation. What does that mean? It means go out and live. It means go out and join. It means go out and join. What are you joining? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But go join something. Go join. If you want to go and join something that is playing, that is fake. That's great. If you want to go join and do service, that is great. The point is to go join a group of people doing something that looks like fun. And sometimes service is hard work, but it's still fun. Like our mobile food events. Okay? It's hard work. but it's fun. And it is where some of our happiness comes from, because we are being of service to our neighbors. Okay? So I mentioned that because there's one coming at the end of May, the last Saturday of May. So there we are. That's what's happening. That's your mission. Put yourself in the live stream. You're not going to find happiness, but it will help you make it. Okay. Oh, you are such a brat. Okay. They seem to have come to. He shoved him right back off that hot pad. Okay. You don't want to hear about my cats. So that is the mission today. The other thing is, as always, do that loving, kind, compassionate thing for yourself. Whatever it looks like for you. It is a spiritual practice. It is a habit. It is a default setting. It is creating a first response so that when you meet those unhappy people, they don't get to you. They don't get to you. When you are not happy, unhappy people have an easier time getting in and increasing the unhappiness. When you know who you are, when you do that loving, kind, compassionate for yourself, and you can have a loving, kind, compassionate response to them, you don't increase their unhappiness or your own. Okay? There are multiple reasons for practicing love, kindness, and compassion on yourself. So, and happiness is one of them. All right, beloveds. I also encourage you, as I always do, to do something to engage your mind and your body, to go get that bright light first thing in the morning. Yeah, I think the sun's coming out. So, yay. They said mostly cloudy. We'll see. Drink plenty of water and open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you live in heaven right here, right now. It is all around you all the time. The way to find it is to look for the good and praise it. The way to find it is to put yourself in the live stream, to put yourself in social cooperation to the amount that makes you happy. Okay? Because, introvert, I'm going to go out and do, and then I'm going to go and rest. It doesn't mean I have to be with people 100% of the time. I can do it to my level. Do it to yours. And whatever else I was about to say is gone, which probably means I need to get going and get ready for work. So have a great day, an amazing day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a drying out day, a spring rain day, aftermaths of spring rain day, which is when everything turns green and amazing. A wondrous day, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day, because you are enough just as you are. You are a beloved child of God. You are God expressing in this life. Open up to your potential. Open up to your potential. And find what helps you make happiness, okay? The two cats sitting right next to me are part of mine. All right. Catch us on the social medias. Email us at info@creativelife.org. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I am the running Rev Ryan. There's lots of stuff out there from us. And there are a whole lot of other CSLs out there too. So, if we're not meeting every need you have, which we shouldn't, you have lots of needs, go out and express in that social cooperation. I love that word, social cooperation. I'm going to figure out how to put that in my vocabulary more often. All right, I'm going to stop now. Reverend David will be on around 5 p.m. with you. I will be back with you at 9 a.m. Whatever else you know today, know that you are loved. Always. All right? I will see you next time.